everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a thumbnail tutorial. Now, thumbnail tutorials are arguably the most requested video I have ever gotten through my comments, and I'm finally doing one for you guys. I am going to be showing you more simpler steps because this video is mostly targeted towards beginners, but really anyone can use this. Also, these are the apps I'm going to be using today to show you how I make my thumbnails, so if you don't already have them installed, you can go ahead and do that. So sorry if this tutorial was a bit harder to understand. I really did try my best to explain it, but hopefully it does make sense. And I know I did say I was going to post a roleplay, but I had a ton of exams today. I really couldn't think of anything but a thumbnail tutorial, so here you guys go. So now let's go ahead and go to step 1. So first things first, you are going to need a green screen room because you need somewhere to put your characters, but you can also use a movie studio for this. So I use a romantic beach house for this because it has like a nice big room where I can place my characters behind a green screen. And I know this isn't green, but you could really do any color, it just has to be a blank wallpaper. So now what you're gonna do is grab some props that you think you'll need for your thumbnail. I collected some from the post office, and don't mind me getting the free gift. But anyways, you do that, and yeah. So now you're going to screenshot the character and make sure the place is all cleared out. Also, I am making the thumbnail for this video, so that's why the rest of the family isn't here. And now you're going to screenshot your character. And by the way, dragging your character down is totally optional. I just do it because I think it looks nicer. Crop the screenshot and save it to photos. And you basically do the same thing for the props as well. Make sure they're spread out and have their own room for when you screenshot them. Also, don't forget to screenshot the background of your thumbnail. I almost forgot to mention that. Since that's all done now, we can go ahead and start assembling the actual thumbnail. Go ahead and open up ibispaintx, which is where most of the thumbnail making will happen. Click the button up top and then click 16:19, which is the YouTube thumbnail ratio. Tap the camera icon and import your background. Oh, also anytime these pop-ups appear, just click cancel because you don't need to use them. So now import your character screenshot, and once you've done that, click on this little bucket tool and then tap on the eraser, and then just tap on the green screen or whatever color screen you chose, and that should remove the background. If there is excess marking, you can erase that. And then just repeat the process for all the screenshots you took. Tap the layer icon and then click the cursor one. Position the character until you think it looks good, and then click the little green check mark. And now to add an outline to your character, click this filter button, click style, and scroll until you see stroke. And once that's done, you can adjust the color and the width. And now if you want to add a shadow, go to the filter button once again and find drop shadow. Okay, so I just skipped forth to when I finished all the screenshots, but now from here you can add any details you want to your characters or any screenshots. Over here, I'm just blurring the area around props and screenshots to add a bit of a focus. Now you can add any details you want to your characters, but please make sure you are on another layer because if you try and erase it, you're going to erase the character as well. Now the next step is to add a shadow, so click brush and then click any of these pens, but the one I use is this one. Also, don't forget to turn down the opacity so it actually looks like a shadow once you draw it on. Also, don't worry about if you got some out of the lines. It doesn't really matter because you can just erase it, but please make sure that you are on a different layer, otherwise the character will erase with it as well. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and add other hair details or details in general. So before you do this, and I know I keep saying this, but I cannot stress it enough, please make sure you are on another layer because it's going to mess up everything. It's probably one of the most important components to this. So now you have all the character details you wanted to, and obviously this can vary from person to person. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. So now close out Ibis Paint and open up Phonto. Once you're in here, click the camera button and click plain images. You can just choose any random one, eventually it won't matter, but now you're going to go ahead and click color and turn the alpha down all the way to 0, so once you export it, there won't be any background. Now that you have the plane or the platform, click anywhere on it and an add text button should appear. Now start typing your first piece of text and add any font you want, and you can also style it, and you'll see how I do it once I show you guys. Once you're done, we're going to go ahead and save it, but please make sure that you click save as PNG. Otherwise, it's going to have a background and it's going to get really complicated. And you basically repeat it for, wow, there's a lot of repeating in this tutorial. You can repeat it for all the other text boxes. You can use other fonts as well. Go back to Ibis Paint and import your text using the camera button. Now if you want to add emojis around the text, make sure you click the actual text button and then add text and select your emoji. I love this little parrot emoji. Anyways, what we're going to do now is position it. Click on the layers button and make sure you click the little cursor and move it to where you want it to be. Great, now we're almost done. Just add any final details that you think will, top it off, and I'll show you what to do after this. Alright, so we're nearly done. So now click the little arrow button, click save image, and then tap the OK button. Head on over to Wink, then image quality, and then try now. Find where your thumbnail is, and once you do, click on the start button. Awesome, now that it's processed, save it to your device. Okay, so this is the last step, and technically it is optional, so you don't really have to do this, but this is how I add my filters. So open colourtone. Once in here, click import and find your thumbnail. Now here's where all the filters are. As you can see, there are a lot to choose from, although most of them are paid for, but the one I use is this one, and it's called Seychelles. This is the main one I use, and a lot of people ask me about it, so it is this one, Seychelles. It is free and super nice. And finally, go ahead and export your thumbnail. Yay! Okay, so this is the final product. I love it so much. Wow! Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really do hope this thumbnail tutorial actually helped you. I'm super sorry if I didn't explain anything that well, but if you do have questions, you can comment them down below, and when I'm not too busy, I will try and reply to your comments. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye!